I'm Iden Frostfall. If you watched my video about fennec foxes, you will know that my favorite animals fall into the category of horses, fennec foxes, and lambs. But actually, when I was younger, a type of animal I really liked was dinosaurs. I just adored dinosaurs. I drew them on a piece of paper, then cut them out and put them on my wall. I loved going to the dinosaur museum. I even had like a dinosaur poster that I'd put up in my room. But over time, I kind of was no longer interested in dinosaurs. But there is one thing related to dinosaurs that I still am interested in, and those are sea monsters. Okay, now you probably know about the famous sea monsters, the Loch Ness Monster and Ogopogo of Okanogan Lake, right? Well, here's a similarity and a difference about the two. The similarity is that they are both well known. The difference is that while Ogopogo, everyone still doesn't really know what it is, the Loch Ness Monster, it has been shown to be a hoax, or at least the photo of it has. But today we are not going to be talking about any of those two. Today we are going to be talking about a less well-known river monster known as the Nith River Monster. Now, instead of calling him the Nith River Monster, we're going to just be calling him by one of his shorter names, Slimy Casper. So, Slimy Casper was first seen in 1920 around New Hamburg. 20 residents reported seeing something weird, but nobody really seemed to care or take notice until July of 1953. When the police chief, George Thomas, claimed to have seen something. It was a dark night, and he said he spotted some creature dragging itself towards the river. It was about 3 to 4 feet long. Now, he made a split decision and took out his gun and fired at it, later claiming that he was scared and he wanted to protect his children, and that's why he fired at it, but it escaped and went into the river. So after that, a bit of a bustle started going on, and children are no longer allowed by the river anymore until they figured out what this thing was. They even went to the extent of bringing in the famous alligator wrestler Tuffy Truesdale, who actually brought some real trained alligators. He brought them with him so that they could put the alligators into the river so that the alligators can just swim around and see if they can catch anything. But they didn't find or catch anything. So after a while, everyone was a bit bustled up about this. They even started making like bakers were making these little cookies of Slimy Casper at bakeries, but over time it kind of just nobody really cared anymore, and it kind of just drifted off. Now, the reason why I think this is a hoax is because just around at the same time, it was the Derby days, right? And the Derby days weren't doing so good because of the growing mass media and the post-war highway system. So they weren't doing good. So Slimy Casper was bringing more publicity to New Hamburg and making more people uninspired by horse races. So they'd come and watch the Derby while they were in New Hamburg. And, having a famous alligator wrestler, Tuffy Truesdale, in town, that might cause some attention, right? But sadly now, Slimy Casper is pretty much forgotten. I only learned about him because I was at my chiropractor one day and I was bored and I saw this history book of New Hamburg. I just picked it up, read some bit, and then I saw the section with Slimy Casper in it. I even asked somebody who lived in New Hamburg if they knew about him, and sadly enough, they didn't. But now you know about him, and maybe if you ever go to New Hamburg, maybe you should keep your eyes open, because you never know. So that is the history and story of Slimy Casper. Comment down below if you think it's a hoax or not. And also comment if you found it interesting, because not everyone knows about this creature. And please, if you like the video, hit that like button, and please consider subscribing. I'm Iden Frostfall. Thanks for watching.